Hey guys, welcome back to Los Artilleros. So it's been a bit of an interesting week for Arsenal. A couple of departures that I'll talk about. Beginning with Freddie Ljuneberg. Obviously, he was the under 23s and the youth coaches. And then he obviously took over from Unai Emery when he left as interim coach. Didn't do too well, to be honest, but he did inherit a broken squad, in my opinion. Kind of steadied the ship a little bit until Arteta came in. So much respect to him, and obviously Arteta kept him on. But yeah, he wants to obviously pursue his own managerial career. He wants to be a first team coach somewhere, and I think he needs that, to be honest. He needs the training, he needs the experience. He's not going to get that at Arsenal, if I'm being honest. So it's probably a good move for him. I think it's time. Obviously, he stayed for the interim position, and obviously he stayed as well throughout COVID. So I think it's the right time for him personally. And, you can't take away his contribution to the club. As a player and as a coach, he stepped in. He was forced to step in, really. During probably the most difficult time Arsenal's faced since the early 90s. So, yeah, best wishes to him. I hope he succeeds wherever he goes, and I hope he gets the experience he needs to get, and becomes a top coach for somebody. And you never know, in 10 years or time, he could be back in the Premier League coaching a first team, so a top 6 team. So good luck to Freddie Ljuneberg. Love you. And yeah, it's all good. The next departure is a bit of a sour one, in my opinion. It's Pat Rice. Obviously, he was deputy under Arsene Wenger while Arsene Wenger was here. And then the club kept him on, I think, in a scouting role. Been, involved with the club for God knows, like 50 years or something. As a player and as a coach, he's just part of the club. He's part of the club's DNA, and it's sad to see him go. But it's also sad the way the club went about it. Obviously, he was the one the employees sacrificed by the club on the 55 employees due to COVID, and it's been really unceremonial, to be honest. Again, he was part of the club for decades and decades, way longer than Ljuneberg was, and yet it's all Ljuneberg on the social media of Arsenal. Rightly so, he was a good player and a coach as well, and is a big part of our history. But Pat Rice is a massive part of our history. There's no mention of him at all, really. No thank yous. Nothing, and it's weird because normally Arsenal are very good at that kind of thing. They're very classy. So I don't know quite what happened. Maybe it was a little bit of animosity between the two. Maybe I don't know, but it's just disappointing to see Pat Rice go, and it's disappointing the way that he has been let go. I don't like seeing it. I hope Arsenal come out at some point, give a farewell message to him. I don't know why they haven't already, but that's what's happened. It's just disappointing. In other news, obviously the Arsenal ladies were playing PSG a couple of days ago for the Champions League, the Women's Champions League semi-final, I think it was. Unfortunately, they lost that, which is unfortunate. It was the first game, I'm pretty sure it's the first game they played since the lockdown, because obviously the Women's League was cancelled, which I was disappointed about. I would like to have seen that renewed the way the men's league was. Obviously, it's all about revenue and money, unfortunately, and they probably couldn't afford to keep that running as well as the men's. Maybe it wasn't earning enough money for them. Either way, it's their first game back since COVID, and they looked sharp, but they didn't look up to the challenge, unfortunately. Big respect to them, though. They really went at PSG and really tried. PSG are a very, very good team, so there's no dishonour in losing against them. But yeah, it's just disappointing. But we were the last English club or British club in the Champions League, so we got further than anyone else, so we can say that. But yeah, we've got, the season's gonna start soon again. Hopefully we can dust ourselves off and go again. But yeah, commiserations to them. Unfortunate that they lost. It would have been nice to. It would have been great actually to see them in the Champions League final, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. And then obviously the last bit of news was the fixtures for next season's games have been released. Obviously it's all preliminary in terms of dates and times at the moment. But as it stands, we have Fulham first away, obviously newly promoted. I think it'll be a good game to play, really. Normally, for the last few seasons, we've had really difficult first games. I think last year it was Man City, if I'm not mistaken. The year before that, I think it was Chelsea or something like that. So it's nice to get relatively easy. Obviously, they're a bit of an unknown. I would assume they're going to be buying some players, having been recently promoted. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be, I would imagine, lapping up all the experience of being back in the Premier League. It's been a while for Fulham since they've been back. So it's an interesting game. Hopefully, we've improved our away form and we can actually win a game away. It'll be good. I think it'll be a decent game. I think it's a game we could definitely win. It would be nice to get 3 points off the first game, but we'll have to wait and see. And then it is West Ham, and then after that, the third game is Liverpool, which obviously is a massive game. The reigning champions. They're looking to sign a couple of players. I think Alcantara and Thiago, I think they're linked with. Again, a massive club, massive team. It's going to be a huge challenge. It's always, you always get nervous when we play Liverpool now because they're just such a quality side. We're saying that, we did beat them last season, so they are beatable. We can do it, and hopefully we can draw on that and not be too nervous and go out there and give it our all. Hopefully we have a couple more signings before that game. Obviously we've already signed Willian. The Gabriel deal, I hope that would be done by now, but it looks like it's going to be done today. Today's Monday, so either today, maybe tomorrow, it might get announced. So that looks definite, almost definite that's going to happen, so that's good. Him and Saliba in the centre-back positions could be a really, really good long-term partnership for us. I'm really excited about that deal, to be honest. Lille are just phenomenal at making and creating really good young players, so I've got all the confidence in the world that Arteta's going to get the best out of him. Partey is still in the rumours. Obviously, I think we're in rumours for Alcantara as well from PSG. Would love to get him, to be honest. Coutinho's kind of died down a little bit. Maybe it was Willian or Coutinho, I don't know. But yeah, I'd like to see Partey. If we get Partey as well, I think that's a decent window. I'm not expecting any changes in the striker position. I think we've got Willian in just to give us cover on the wings, but I think he's actually going to be used more as a cam, as a number 10. That's my opinion. He could be on the wings, but I don't see us buying any more attacking players, which I'm fine with. I want us to get a good defender in, a good centre midfield in, and then see what we can do next season. But yeah, that's about it, guys, for Arsenal this week. Hopefully next time I'll have some more signings that we can all celebrate and talk about. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in about a week's time. Have a good one, guys.